Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I got in a little mini EDC keychain flashlight from Brinyte called the A02 Apollo. This should be relatively small, relatively lightweight, and a lot brighter than just having your cell phone on you. So I figured something you guys might be interested in. So I'll do a quick unboxing, go over all the features and specifications of it, go over the user interface, give you guys some beam shots, and then give some thoughts on it. So obviously the front shows you the picture and a name, and then other than that, there's really not a whole lot of information on the box. There is a QR code there that you can scan. But let's get this thing open up, see how it's packaged. So you're presented with the light right up on the top. We have an A to C cable for charging and a user manual. Underneath the manual is this card here. I believe that the light comes with like a 2-year warranty. And if you scan this, they'll give you basically an extended warranty for an additional 3 years, taking you out to 5 years total on it. And then there's also this little keychain type clip. Alright, so here's the A02 Apollo. As you can see, it's very tiny. It is made out of aircraft grade aluminum, and then it has some type of hard anodized, like anti-scratch finish on it. It is IP66 waterproof rated and has a 1.5 meter drop rating. Looks like this side over here is going to be our power button. And that side is the USB-C port, and that is exposed. There's no cover or anything on it. Got their logo and then a serial number, which I always appreciate on flashlights. Quickly show you the manual, just in case you ever pick one of these up and then you lose your manual. You can come back to this video for reference. So this little guy has low, medium, high with mode memory and also a strobe. Over on the side, we have a power indicator. I think it also lights up when we're charging. We'll see what that looks like. Obviously, like I said, the USB-C port. This does have a built-in 150 milliamp hour battery on it. Has overcharge, over discharge, and overheat protections. We're looking at right about 2 inches in length. I believe they're saying 0.71 inches in width and then 0.34 inches in height. And for some size comparison, there it is next to a flash drive, and it's smaller than that. And next to a thing of chapstick, significantly smaller. Let's check the weight on it. 0.4 ounces. Which is 12 grams, so not even a half of an ounce. All right, let's go over the user interface now. Again, I said I had mode memory, and it's set up right now to come on in the low setting every time, which is 2 lumens, and that will run for well over 20 hours, and just a single click turns us on. And as you can see, it is a really nice beam on this. 2 lumens is not a lot of light. It's enough for reading something in the dark, putting like maybe your door key, but it's enough to do a lot of tasks. So if you press that switch one more time, it actually shuts it off. So it's 1 click to turn on, 1 click to turn off. If you want to cycle through your outputs, you have to turn it on and then hold the side button, and then that'll go up to the next one. That's a pretty sizable bump up. We go up to 30 lumens here, and that's going to run for almost 2 hours. And the next one up would be high. Go up to it here. See a nice bump in power there. And I'll obviously show you guys these at night here later in the video. I'm in a well-lit room in the middle of the day right now. But that high is going to go for about an hour. I told you that I had mode memory. So let's say that we're in the highest setting. We shut it off. When we turn it back on, We're going to be in the highest setting again. I also told you that it has a low power or low battery indicator, which is that little button right there. It only comes on when the battery is actually getting low. I think if you're below 3 volts, a little red light comes on here, tells you that it's time to get it on the charger. Also has a strobe feature, so if you're sensitive to flashing lights, you can look away for a bit. But basically it's a double click of this button here. And you can do that from the off position or the on position. I'd say it's more like a steady flash. And a press of the button actually takes you completely back off. Even if you were on and you go into strobe, you can't go back to where you were at. It just shuts it off. All right, we'll get this little guy charged up and then get some nighttime beam shots later. Red when charging, green when fully charged. All right, here's what this little keychain light looks like in a mostly dark room. This is the lowest setting first. Again, I believe that was 2 lumens. And even that amount of light, you can see 10 to 15 feet in front of you pretty easily. We'll go up to the medium next. Again, a really nice bump in output. And then up to the highest setting. And now let's compare that to a cell phone light. Again, that's the keychain light, cell phone, keychain. And comparing the two, I'd say that the keychain one is probably 3 to 4 times as bright. So hopefully seeing those shots gave you some idea of how bright this little keychain flashlight is. I know I said that it was probably 3 to 4 times as bright as my cell phone flashlight. That's hard to kind of judge just because the color temperatures are a little bit different on them, but I can tell you that it is significantly brighter than what the cell phone was. I did want to show you guys what it looks like actually on a keychain. That's the intended purpose. It is probably about the same length as a standard key, and again, it practically weighs nothing. And if you already have a ring on there, you can just attach the light to it, or you could set it up like this here to where you could then quickly remove that from your keychain if you don't want it on there. If you didn't want to have this on your keys, you could easily just attach it to like a zipper pull, like on a backpack, or even to like the inside. So if you were a student or a commuter or anything like that for work, you'd always have a little light with you. You could also use your own carabiner, attach it to a belt loop, or again somewhere maybe on the exterior of a backpack or something. Another option is if you don't even want to use it as a keychain light, is just drop it down like in that coin pocket, of your jeans. It'll basically just disappear down in there. So I've been using this little light for a few weeks now, and I gotta say I actually really like it. It's super small, super lightweight, and actually really decent output considering the size of it. If you're on that highest output level, that will last for probably a minute or so before you notice a step down. And looking at it, I'd say it's probably about half of the output after that minute. So you're probably like in the 60 lumen range. And then that goes for like probably another minute or so. And then it steps down again probably in half. So you're probably at 30 something. And then that will continue to last for over probably close to an hour total. And I'd also say the throw on this is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like 50 yards or so. The medium setting, there is no step down at all, and that will run for over 2 hours. And even that's pretty decent output. This is probably even more than a cell phone light, even on the medium. And that throws probably 20 yards or so. Here's another one of my keychain lights. This is from Nightcore. It's plastic, so it could break easily. This has a claimed output of 45 lumens. All right. If you get more than a couple inches away from something, you can't even see that the light is doing anything. This here, let me go to the medium. That is 30 lumens. And obviously this is nowhere near the claimed 45 lumens. And then you can still go up a higher one to that and get to that 125. This is all aluminum and they're similar in price. And this Brinyte is just far superior to that. I guess a couple things to let you guys know about is that the battery on this is non-replaceable. Again, this should still last for years and years, but can't change it out. And then if I could change anything, I would put some type of cover over that USB-C charging port. But overall, I think it's a fantastic little light and I would definitely recommend it. So at the time of me recording this video, these are available on Amazon for around $22. There is a clickable coupon to save 10%. Brinyte has actually given me a code to share with you guys. I believe it's Lucky25. I'll put it up on the screen. And then I'll leave a link for Amazon down in the video description. And then also I'll put that code down there. And I think it gives you an additional maybe 20% off or something. But either way, it brings it down to maybe $17 or $18, which is a great price on this little light. But all right, guys, if you found the video helpful or informative in any way, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.